Lauren Sivan. Lauren Page Sivan is back in the building. How cute are you right now?
Thanks, guys. Good to see you in person.
How was your birthday?
You're patronizing me.
You know, there's this time between, let's say, March 11th to 13th to my birthday, which I call March Sadness, because I am deeply, deeply depressed.
I love that.
It's my father's birthday on March 13th,
Oh, wow,
so I
nice.
start to get depressed because he's no longer here, and then I have my birthday coming up, and it's like, oh my God, now I'm a year older, and now I'm a year closer to like when he died. So it's like this very depressing time where I cry a lot and
Well, now I feel awful for asking.
drink a lot. No, but what happens is when my actual birthday rolls around, something is always like planned or something's always going on. I always have a friggin' blast.
Yeah, I know. I was
once
fucking
it's-
getting FOMs.
once-
FOMO, sorry.
Moms?
Fear of missing something. It's less catchy.
It is less catchy. Anyways, this all just to say that it's past me now. I'm okay with it. We can move on.
I was
We're
going
on
to
the
say,
other side.
Yeah, we're on
the
the
thing
other
about all of that is baby still wants the bottle that is attention, and a birthday is a good way to do it. So
That
there
is
is
not-
that.
That's not.
Bill, just because you're the only
You hate
person
birthdays.
who
I
doesn't
get
want
it.
to announce his
Yeah.
birthday doesn't mean the rest of us are narcissists and babies for wanting to have a party.
Yeah.
Have a day. Listen, I have not been married. I don't have children. Like, there's no reason for people to show up and give me gifts.
That's
like,
true.
this is all I got. Like, it's the one day of the year.
Question. The whole marriage thing, if it's abundantly clear that I'm never going to do that, is there an option to get the money from my folks that they would have paid for a wedding?
I think that's fair to ask.
I think, yeah. Huh. Put a pin on that one.
Or if you're like me and you canceled a wedding a week before.
How does that work, by the way, as far as refunds?
A lot of people did ask for their gifts back, as they should. I don't want to keep wedding gifts.
Seriously?
Oh, that
I
is
was-
a dick move.
No, it's not. I mean,
don't
you're
know.
spending a lot of money on someone's gifts. I absolutely will give it back.
It's usually not
It
a
was
great
when my
reason, though.
family was just like, remember I got you that all-clad full kitchen set of,
Oh,
and I was like,
God.
okay, I guess I'll give that back. I've already been using it, but okay.
Yeah, that's
boy,
the
like,
thing.
you don't do enough for them.
Douglas and I immediately used everything as soon as we
It'll
got
be
it.
really tough to return.
Look at all that little machinery that's going on.
I
right
know.
now.
Although, but wait,
You gotta go through
get
with it.
this. We did return a KitchenAid mixer because we wanted the larger size. I had registered for the smaller one, but Douglas, who does the cooking, is like, I can't make bread in this little one. We need the bigger one. So we returned it. When you return it, it goes back on your registry. So then another friend
no. So then you got
bought
another-
the smaller one again. And I'm like, we got to go back to this Williams
Or you
Sonoma
can just
and
keep
return
it and
That
give it
seems
to
like a
someone else's
flaw
wedding.
in the matrix there. I don't know
does.
why they would do that.
I gotta tell you,
For a reason.
racket.
little trick on the wedding registry. When I was registering for the wedding that never happened, I registered for a bunch of like these Swarovski crystal butterflies. They're small, and they're like crystal butterflies. And a lot of friends were like, "What the hell? Why do you want these fucking butterflies?" I'm like, because I want to go back to Bloomingdale's and get what I really want, which is shoes, handbags.
Nice. Ah, that's smart.
Yeah, they thought I was just like creating a collection of, dustable figurines, but
Well,
really.
Is there a reason behind the butterfly specifically? Is it like easier to return than
Yeah,
other
they're easy.
things?
They're like little tiny, they're like smaller than this coffee mug. So you can just like dump a bunch in your bag, bring it back.
That is actually
Although-
worthy of a life hack that you should actually air.
I would be worried though that it would be a family member that you sometimes
Where are all
host.
these butterflies
Yes,
we
and
bought
they
you?
come over your house and
yeah.
they're like, "Ooh, where are you displaying the butterflies?" And you're like, "They're on my feet.
I'm
They're
like,
this pair of shoes."
They're in a lockbox in the bank. Actually, they're so
Yes.
so expensive.
Well, I'm going to start off with a generic question that we ask all of our guests. Why Budapest?
Yes.
I mean, I think I'm asking what all your friends want to know, but also, again, I ask everyone
Well,
this.
you guys know I've been to the Balkans quite a bit. I've like
Not a sentence a lot of people say, but
I
continue.
know. I'd
Yes.
say, yeah, I'm a Balkans babe. I've been to Montenegro and Serbia and Croatia and a little bit of Albania. And like everybody's like, but you've never been to Budapest, which is not necessarily the Balkans, but it's like, in the same
Yeah, ballpark.
Balkans adjacent.
But my grandparents got married in Budapest in a very famous Jewish temple there. That's
Did not know that.
And I mean, it's so confusing and boring, but like the little town where my grandmother was from, and I guess where my dad's from, used to be part of Hungary and then Czechoslovakia. Like they keep moving the borders, and now it's actually
Right.
part of the Ukraine, so I can't go there. But I figured I can go and see where they got married. And so for my sister's 40th birthday, I was like, ta-da, we're going to go to Budapest. But then we had to wait like 2.5 years because of COVID.
Yeah.
Was she actually excited, or did she feign excitement?
Oh, no, she was excited.
Is she like, yeah, well, she doesn't seem to have as much of the wanderlust as you've got.
Well, she was excited when I showed it to her, and now for the last 2.5 weeks, I've got nothing but like, do you have enough Xanax for me on the plane? And like, I'm so nervous, I don't speak Hungarian, and what are we gonna eat? And what if I'm like, Margot, oh my God, it's like 4 days, like you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I remember it might have been a Passover that you kindly invited me to, or something of that nature.
Doubtful.
And your sister was already pretty knocked up, and something came up about like antidepressants or something like that. She's like, "No, I'm pregnant. You're actually looking at
Yeah.
the real me right now, guys. Like,
Can't take
let
it.
it wash over you." Like, it was like the first time in
Yeah.
a long time, and not a drug.
Oh yeah, she was not fun pregnant. And by the way, her husband was like counting the seconds till she could
my
go
God.
back.
Well, if they can survive that, they can survive anything.
That's what I
Just the outside
say.
to look at the way
Yeah.
we do it, yeah.
And so, apart from your plan to go to the temple that your parents or grandparents were married at, do you like to plan things? Do you sort of leave some stuff open ended? Like, what's your travel
I
itinerary?
like to go open ended and like, feel it out, maybe just
Yeah.
have a day to walk around. But because we have such a short amount of time there, we're gonna go to the thermal baths because it's a spa and Margot's really
yeah.
excited about that. What Margot doesn't know, and which our mutual friend Drew dropped a dime about, is we're gonna take the communism tour. I heard it's amazing there.
God, yeah.
Yeah, and they show you like even like
Did Drew know
the
about this?
torture. He did it.
Oh.
They take you to the torture rooms and everything. So I haven't mentioned that to Margot, but
That is just your speed. Well, why? You don't think she's going to love that?
I think I'm just gonna, get her nice and sauced up and then be like, hey, we got another tour. And I don't know what this one's about, but
Oh, take lots and
my
lots
God.
of video, particularly her reaction of
No, you should tell her it's some other kind of tour. Like, oh, this is the haunted Budapest tour. Or
Yeah.
like,
By the way,
This is-
it would be awesome too.
That would be awesome,
You know
too.
They got one. Oh,
I'm
you gotta
sure
do the
they
haunted
do.
Budapest one.
well, there's a bunch of bars. It's called the Ruin Bar Tour, which is like all these bars that opened up in like old bombed out architecture. So
I'm starting to get this.
see,
now I'm like, I want to go to Budapest.
Budapest
no
is really
shit.
rad. I know, and it's one of those places like I haven't been and I can't believe it. So
And so, are they all? Do they all still have like sort of like the They have sort of the vestiges of what the bomb did to it. Do they still look as if
Yeah.
it's been bombed?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
yeah.
Oh, I like that a lot.
And there's pretty hard line ruler there right now, so
That
it's
part's
not like I'm gonna look for property. It's more like just
Yeah.
Yeah.
do our 4 days and get out.
This is why it's good that we've avoided Nicaragua. Although I guess you haven't. But well, that sounds great. Now I'm jealous.
Well,
It takes
I'm
lots
sure
of
I'll
things.
come back on this show with plenty of
Yes. Yeah.
What's the weather like in Budapest now?
like here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, I want to do the.
No, I want to do the communist tour.
We still haven't done the Edgar Allan Poe.
There's
bar
still
crawl.
time.
And,
Yeah, we should do it in
a
this.
lot of the places where he used to drink and eventually drank himself to death.
Mm.
Allegedly, there's lots of theories. Those places are still in Baltimore.
Bill, do you ever think one day there could be a tour about you?
Yeah, of all the places you would.
Here's the PJ Clarks.
Joanne,
is
that
the
would
chair.
have to be like a 3-week tour to go through
Truly.
all the
No,
bars that
that's
he
true.
frequented.
I do. They are. There's a little place right by a makeshift old timey phone. I love it. That they now do. All the people that work at PJ's now refer to as my little table and chair.
You, sir, have arrived.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of it.
Yeah.
I'm basically the Norm of PJ Clerks. But unfortunately, they actually say Norm when I come in rather than Bill. And I don't know how to take that. But, well, wow, I'm excited. And yes,
That's a
please,
landmark,
I can't
so-
wait for, we'll make it a tax write-off for you, and we can discuss all of it when you get back.
Excellent.
And so you're leaving tomorrow?
What's today?
Monday.
Tomorrow.
Boy, that jet
How
lag.
long is
hitting.
that flight? What, like 6 hours?
It's nothing from here. Yeah, it's like 7 hour. I think it's like 6.5 or 7 to Amsterdam. We changed in Amsterdam.
Oh, okay.
But
Are
like
you
from
spending the night in
from
Amsterdam?
LA, it's like 16 hours. So
Yeah.
like this is easy breezy.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it. The older I get, the more I'm getting solitary because it's the destination. I enjoy the destinations, but not the traveling to get to them at all anymore. Poop.
Well, as you know, I'm short and easy to curl up in a.
Yeah, you don't take up much
that's,
space.
That's always what I think is so funny. Like, I never have to think about extra legroom, but I'm now married to someone who's 6'2".
Does. Yeah, that's what
Right.
Like, wait, why do I have to spend more money
to be in an
on a
exit
larger
row.
seat to sit next to you? We should just buy separately because I'll curl up in a middle seat in the back.
Yeah.
Call it a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, it's something to think about. I mean, I don't know if you're spending the rest of your life together. I don't necessarily know why you need 5 hours in a plane to add to the rest of the life.
Because you go places
Yeah,
together.
it's-
That's called marriage.
I know, but you don't have to sit together.
Journey, Bill.
It's the journey.
Well, we
well-
do share snacks.
There's
so.
snacks. Yeah.
Before we get to the wait, you've got a couple.
Speaking of planes,
What a segue.
No, it wasn't.
it was because we were talking about planes, and the story is about a plane. Thank you. This is also a That's Nature, although I think I accidentally labeled it, or you did The Nature. Also works.
If they weren't able to figure it out just because I misspelled the from that, then that's their problem. But
This is a story a friend told me about. I hadn't heard about it, and I'm shocked I didn't. This came out a few days ago. There is a man who's a pilot, and he was flying his plane with a few people in the reservoir body. What do you call the middle of a plane?
the fuselage, so close.
If it crashes.
There's the cockpit and the cabin, the main cabin. Anyways, there were a few people on
I
board.
still think fuselage applies.
He felt the slither of a venomous snake in the cockpit and then turned the plane around.
Is this a
I
euphemism?
would be so
No.
pissed.
He said, although if this is another April Fool's fucking joke article, I'm going to be pissed. I felt this little
check
cold
it.
sensation underneath my shirt where my hip is situated, but basically where you've got your little love handles. This guy, Rudolph Erasmus, tells NPR. When he looked down, the pilot was surprised to see a highly venomous Cape Cobra under his seat. He says, as I turned to my left and looked down, I could see the head of the snake receding back underneath my seat, he says, at which point there was a moment of stunned silence, to be brutally honest. Yeah, your silence is brutal? I would have fucking screamed and shit my pants. That is brutal.
Oh,
No,
it would have been
it
worth it
was-
for the pants shitting.
It was venomous, though.
I think because the Cape Cobra has a distinct look, perhaps, and they were in Africa, so maybe they were sort
Oh,
of warned about the types of wildlife there. Erasmus decided to turn the light aircraft around and make an emergency landing at the closest airport of Welcome. Welcome. Hey, welcome. I then informed my passengers of what was going on, but everybody remained calm. Turns out a Cape Cobra bite can kill someone in as little as an hour. Erasmus says his first thoughts were for his passengers. I don't believe this man. My first thought would be, I don't want my balls to get bitten off.
But you don't have balls.
Well, not that you know.
But I
of.
mean, the snake was all over him, and he managed to land the plane. That's
Yes.
impressive, I
But
guess.
here's what's crazy.
He's no Sully.
They land the plane. They have since taken apart the bits of the plane, put it back together. The snake has not been found.
I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on this
The
motherfucking
nature.
plane.
Thank you. You guys, they could not find the snake. They are hoping that it disembarked on its own. The last that the pilot saw of it, it had like kind of gone under his seat.
Is he the only one that saw this? I'm thinking he was hallucinating.
Yeah, doesn't mention LSD before.
I was going to say
flight.
pilots party hard. I mean, look at that movie with Denzel Washington.
Good news is, Erasmus said he'd seen the movie Snakes on a Plane some time ago, and the tirade was playing out inside his own head.
As he was coming down on mescaline. That's the part they're not adding.
I like how you're like, the good news was he saw the movie so that he knew what line to
Prepared.
scream when a snake was.
Fun fact, they added the motherfucking snakes line after someone fake did it online.
Oh.
And it went from PG-13 to R because they wanted to,
not know that.
ride that, whatever you call it, viral marketing.